Hello everyone, it's SystemCollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Age of Engineering. And in between episodes, well, I did a fair amount of stuff, not a ton. Yeah, a respectable amount. I moved my power over here. It was over there. Now it's here. I created 6 more thermoelectrics just to help feed this. I also switched over to lasers. The main reason for switching over to lasers because, well, I was short on copper at the time of making this, so yeah, that's up and running. It's doing that. They moved 2000 RF, I guess, per, so, well, per connection, I guess. I guess that could just give it 2000 RF, which is, I guess, better than the, what was I using before? The cables. So, yeah, that works. I think I'm producing 160 RF per, no, 115 RF per side. I know this is not an optimal setup. I'm not going to pretend it is. And I could squeeze out a little more RF out of it, namely 10, 20, 40 more RF, but it's not that big a deal. We've got 460 here nonetheless. And in time, I'm going to add another 12 more thermal electrics. So, yeah, that's that. I finished my empowered palace, and I actually queued up a second one. I did some mining in the mining dimension. I spent about 50 minutes, so I figured while I was doing that, I'd make another empowered palace. So we got 2 Restonia, 2 empowered palace now. Let's take a look here. We are going to work on this today. So the empowered diamantine. We're going to have to go to the top of the nether. I'll do that probably in a cut. We're going to have to make some fertilizer. Lithium dust, I'm going to have to make a thermal centrifuge. And ash. This I thought was actually light blue dye when I first saw it. But it's actually peat. So yeah, we're going to need to do that. So they got a ways of automating this too. The only way I could think of doing it really is with a sensor, extra utility sensor, and that's if the extra utility sensor can tell the difference between a regular piece of bog earth and the bog earth that is, has been the darker version after it's been, bogged down with water. So we'll have to test that out in time. I'm not going to do that today though. I have a bunch of molten bronze in here. This is for the later, but we're going to get it going. Actually, it's for now. We're going to get it going first. Going to do that, and we're going to pump that on. And the reason I'm doing this is, well, if you go here, we're going to look at the sturdy casing. This is kind of the future of moving forward, and it's going to get us to Ender IO in the end in Conduit. So, and I really feel that's the point where real automation is going to start, so I really want to get to there. So you need large bronze plates. You need bronze gears, but they cannot be pressed. They can only be pressed with the metal press. They cannot be done in tinkers. So you're going to need steel. You're going to need bronze plates and bronze item casings. So that is that. I did a stack of bronze. I turned some of the plates. I got some in my inventory, and we're going to need that. And that'll let us get to some other machines, namely the forestry machines. So if you kind of look at the future here, we're not going to get to all of it today, but if you look at the chassis, here, the machine chassis, it takes an iron casing. So every time you want to make an ender iron machine, you are doing, where is it? Not that one. You're doing this. You're also going to make a basic capacitor every time. So you're going to need copper electron tubes, which means you have thermionic fabricators, and empowered Restonia, and you're going to need a sturdy casing anytime you want to make an ender iron machine. So they are expensive, and we are going to get to, at least part of that today. At least setting up the forestry machines. And probably a new RF solution. We're just going to do a coal solution, I think, right now. But there is one particular coal generator that is better than the rest. So we're going to go with that one. I should have put my ingot cast back, but I didn't. This is all the stuff that I got from doing the vertical digger. Moving around there for about 50 minutes. And it worked out to be a lot of stuff. I've got about, once I get it processed, about 450 copper, 400 iron, and a bunch of bits and bobs. A good amount of diamonds. That's RNG. I got good RNG on diamonds. You won't always get that. Really depend on the chunks you're in. I am going to need this, so I'm going to grab that. Oh, I only need 4 of those right now. There we go. And I'm going to grab, I'm trying to do too many things at once, but I just want to get some of the stuff processed that I know I'm going to need. I'm going to need the advanced alloys and crushed down diamonds for the mining laser for the thermal centrifuge. Apparently I'm going to put that in a crate because that's helpful. Let's get that there. Let's throw that up there. Okay. So let's look at what we need here. We have, where's it at? This one. I can need 4 of these put through it again to give us casings. That is the main component. That is the secondary. 2 of those are casings. And we still need the gears. So let's grab some steel, I guess. Which would be right here. No, would be right here. I need 16 of that. There we go. And we're going to need copper. I was actually almost completely out of copper and did another stack. Because, yeah, copper in a bad way. It's going through too much of it. Just the path I personally chose. Let's get 4 of these in there. Not that one. This one. That one. That one. 4 copper. 4 steel mechanical components. Then we should be able to make gears. What was the recipe for the gear? It's probably just this, right? There we go. There we go. That'll give us our 4 gears. And we just need those casings. And at least I can queue up 4 of those casings. And I don't know if we're going to get to all of them today. But we can at least get it started, right? So we just need here, right? Yeah. There we go. That's everything we need. Let's move this all over one for ease of use. Put that there. And we're going to set up some hoppers so I can queue them all up and get them all going while we're working on other things. So we'll just throw, I guess, well, how do we want to do this? I would like the chest to come out the front, I guess. So let's do that real quick. There we go. And we'll put a hopper on the back of this one. Get that going. Boop. Get that. Get the dirt. There we go. One last time with the hoppers. And I guess I could throw a hopper on the back of each and every one of these. Just like so. Throw that there. And get that there. And we'll just throw 4 of those in there. 4 of those in there. Put that there. And this is a custom recipe too, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen anyone else do custom. Ooh. Oh no, I got nothing. Did I mean to put a hopper up there? Does that work? Yes. Okay. I don't think I've ever put one on top. I always put it on the side. Oh, I'm falling in lava. That didn't happen. Anyway. Wow. Anyway, let's eat a piece of bread, I guess. There we go. Hopefully I don't die. And that'll just make our casings now. And boom. There we go. We already got one. Excellent. I'll leave those there. I'll let them do their thing. And I think now, actually, before we do anything else, actually, let's get the thermal centrifuge done first. Then I'm going to head to the nether and grab our bettatite. So the thermal. Let's look at this. Thermal centrifuge. There we go. We're going to need this, this, and this. I already made advanced machine casing because they take too long to craft in the middle of episode over and over and over. I'll be so happy when we do that. I also made an iron casing. 2 copper coils. So let's grab a couple iron. There we go. Let's just pile that bronze up. And grab our diamond as well. So let's grab the crushed diamond. Let's grab a couple redstone because I know we need that. Anything else? Some copper, I think. No, copper wire, which we already have. Actually, I might be near the end of that. I actually think I have just enough, which is pretty sweet. Let's throw that there. Throw that there, and that'll make those. We're going to need some tin casing for the motor. Let's grab that. Come here, here, here. There you go. Let's see here. Advanced machine casing. What else do we need? Guess just the mining laser. Need to make this stuff. We'll grab one of those. Energium dust. That needs to be compressed. So we'll compress that. And that will turn that into the energy crystal. I guess we just need our advanced circuit. So which one's set up for circuits? I forget. Probably this one. There we go. Grab that. And I better sleep. Okay, next we're going to grab our Pallas and Rostonia. We're going to take those. We're going to throw those in our inventory and just downcraft them. There we go. And I think 2 glowstone. And I think we're done there with the circuit. So let's go there, go here. Not that one. That's the later version. that would be actually easier to auto-craft. He seemed to do that with a lot of things. He makes later like 2 versions of the crystals, or of these circuits. But later on, like right now, this would be horrible to auto-craft. But actually, that one's not that great. Tantalum. Yeah, unless there's an easy source of that ore. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But a lot of stuff I've noticed, it's like late game. He said, okay, I'm going to make it a little easier for you for getting the late game. I'm going to let you craft those earlier game things a little easier. We just need that crystal, which should be done here. There we go. And we have a thermal centrifuge, I think, once we have a mining laser. There we go. And boom, we have a thermal centrifuge. And we should be able to just set that up right there. And that's pretty sweet. That I'm actually I'm not going to put that through first. The first thing I'm going to put through there is going to be 18 nether quartz. So let's do that. Because 18 nether quartz will give us enough lithium, well, 1 lithium, so we can, get going on our empowered diamantine. So that's going to go. I'm going to have to check too. I don't know if this machine works like the blast furnace, where if you put a lever on it and flip it, if it holds its heat. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. I'm just going to take that and throw that there right now. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to let that process. I'm going to head to the nether. I'm going to make a few ladders first, actually. And then I'm going to head to the nether and go up to the ceiling, do some mining, and find me some benatite. Okay, there we go. There's our benatite. Took no time at all. Actually found a decent little deposit of it. And there we go. Gonna head back. Got lucky and hit a cave, and there you go. Just straight tunnel. I've learned in the past not to use my hammer in the nether. I always end up getting those ghost blocks where you have to log out and log back in to make them appear. Because once you get a really fast hammer, it makes a mess. It makes a mess in netherrack, and not a big deal though. All done. And yeah, I just pillared straight up, dug through the ceiling, and there you go. I could see more of it over there too, and it's all over the place. But yeah, I'm just gonna head back, get this going, and move on with things. Okay, it looks like 2 of our casings are done, so that's not too bad. Still got 2 to go. This is how I feel about netherrack, so that can go there. Actually, that dirt can go there too. There you go. Out of my face. There you go. Yep, we're making the progress. We're doing the things. I made way too many ladders, but that's not a big deal. I'm sure I can find a use for those later on. So yeah, we've got that. Is it done yet? Did I not make enough? Did I only put 9 in there? No, I got 9. That's what I need. I was thinking I need 18. I'm only going to get 9 out of 18. That's how that works. So there we go. We have this now. We have this. We're going to need a peat cooked down. So that's pretty cool. And I'm not going to put this in until the... what am I thinking? I'm thinking words and stuff. The last casing is done. So I want all 4 of them finished. But I'd like to have them all ready to go. So when we're done this episode... I know this is charging for the next episode. That is Palace. We want diamantine. Oh, yes. Fertilizer, which I have right here. We just need to take 2 sand. Do that, and we make a appetite sandwich. So there we go. There's our appetite sandwich. And I guess the last thing I need is just a block of diamantine. So be here. Let's reorganize that. I guess grab... 9 of that. Put that here. There we go. And I guess we can throw this through the reconstructor. And there we go. We have everything we need now to get that going. So I'm just going to take that stuff. I'm going to throw it in my bag. It is separate. It is ready to go. And we can get that charged up whenever the Empowers is free. There's a good chance we'll end up with second Empower at some point because it seems occupied. You want to do one thing, but you need to do another thing. It's just probably by the end of the pack, we'll probably have to automate 30 of them. Another thing I want to deal with before we move on is power. Our RF is dire. We are producing inside our base for our actual machines. Not that we have much yet, but we will right now. Well, pretty soon. We have no RF, so I'm going to use some coal gens here. But there are particular coal gens that I want to use. I want to use these ones. These are the Lib Volps. I don't even know how to pronounce that mod. Generators. These things are pretty good. They produce 40 RF a tick, and they're more efficient than most generators, coal generators, because they give you, for a piece of charcoal, I believe they give you 64,000 RF. I mean, or is it coal? Piece of coal? I can't remember. Either way, they produce more power per than the other ones. So I'm going to use them. And it's actually a weird number. It's like 64,080. Yeah, I did test them at one point and was like, yeah, they're decent. And we're going to make 4 of them, I guess, because it's going to give us 4 of these rods. So why not? Let's just do that. There we go. Let's find some cobble. Make some furnaces. There we go. And I'm just going to make a bunch of those. Just because I knew, not today, but when we get to the alloy smelter, that's going to take furnaces anyway. Here we go. Some Bristonia, some tin plates, and some iron. So tin plates. Let's grab. We're going to make 4 of them, so 16. We've got that. What was the last thing? There's one more thing. Oh, Bristonia. There we go. That should be everything we need for these. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 of these generators. There we go. The only downside to these generators that I remember is that they don't auto-export the power. So I'm going to test that right now because I don't think that they do. Let's get rid of that. Put one of them down. Throw some coal in it. Shoot the laser. And I think they need wires. So they can't be just touching a machine. You're actually going to need a cable. We're going to make cables anyway, but I knew that was an issue. I just wanted to verify it. Did I ever make more glass? How was our glass situation? We did. Okay. Excellent. We're also going to make some more cables here. Well, new cables. Because we don't have any power cables yet. We're going to make these ones called the first cables. They are probably our cheapest option. And they actually move, what is it, 320 RF? So that isn't bad at all. Let's get this out of here. There we go. And might as well set all these puppies up in a row. There we go. And that was a horrible idea. I'll just do this. And I guess do the jumpy jumps. There we go. So that'll give us up to 160 RF if we need it, at least for now. So that's not bad. And that should go up. Yes, excellent. So, and you can see generating 40 RF, so that's not bad at all. Not bad at all for a coal generator. Oh, you can't shift click into these. That's a little odd. These generators are a little odd, but they'll work. They'll do the job. There we go, and there we go. Excellent. So that's that. Let's go and take a look here. Is that done? I think that's done. They're done. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, mad dog rush. Get this, get this. I just don't want to, I just want my diamantine done so I can get my boosters. Is that so wrong? Get rid of that. We'll need this, and this. There we go. And lithium, all right? Let's move that, move. Why can't I move my bag? Oh, because I'm in my bag. I always get confused that you try to move your bag or something while you're in your bag and it won't let you. There we go. Let's just do that and get this done. So I can just put that there, that there, one of those there, and boop that there, and throw this here. And 20 million RF for now. We'll have diamantine, empowered diamantine. That in itself is pretty sweet. So let's go and I guess drop this off. We don't need this on us right now. Sticks can go there. No, that's not a stick. I'll probably never use that survivalist. So is that used for anything? Nothing. So let's get rid of that. In this power cube, I'll just throw on the side right there. Okay, so let's look at some of our forestry machines here, I guess, and get that going. First one we're going to need is carpenter. So let's take a look at that. I think it's mostly, yeah, bronze, glass, casing, all that jazz. It's pretty simple. Did I throw my bronze in here? Quite possibly. I have more bronze than this around here somewhere. I Can't remember what I did with it. That's enough for right now anyway. Let's grab that. Put that. I guess we can sit this down. There we go. And some power cable. We're actually going to need at least 2 more, so let's just get it there. And that should be getting power. No recipe, but we'll work on that in a second. I'm going to sleep. Okay, I'm going to jump straight to the next machine. So we're going to go to the squeezer. So let's grab that. Here we go. We just need this, casing, tin, not a big deal. All easy peasy stuff, but needs to be done. So we need 6 tin, I guess. And we can go over here, grab that. We've got our squeezer. Well, let's grab some seeds while we're at it. Here we go. We am going to have to work on more seeds. That's not a big deal. We're going to need 1 bucket of seed oil per chassis. So that is something to keep track of. I just realized, did we not get our achievement? Oh, I totally forgot. There's our... I forgot to grab our age achievement. There we go. We got it. Sweet. Oh, I was all confused for a second. Horrified. Thought we weren't going to get an achievement. But I just threw that in there. Seeds, random seeds. And they'll give you 10 millibuckets each. There are better options. I mean, that's 100 millibuckets. Beetroot. No, it's only 10. I think chestnut is really good. Chestnut? Yeah, chestnut. If you go and do the tree breeding thing, which I think we have to do later on, that gives you 180. And I think cherries are pretty good too, aren't they? What was that? That was a plum. Cherries should be in here somewhere. There they are. Cherries, 50? No, I thought they gave more. Oh, it is the chestnut. It gives you 220. There you go. Anyway, just to show you that some things can give you a large amount of it. You don't have to actually spam the seeds. The next one we're going to need here is the Thermionic. So let's check that out. Oh, actually, before I do that, I want to start washing the ores. So let's throw our purified in there. That's going to start heating up and start pumping out for us extra uranium. So I think I have one of these too. There we go. And I think all my crates are in the mining dimension. So let's just make one of those really quick. There we go. Do this and that. Maybe. I would have liked to do a proper amount of them, but there we go. There we go. There we go. Some crates. Throw one. Where is it? Right here. There we go. And throw that on the back. And that'll handle that. So sweet. Yes, Thermionic. Let's check that out. Thermionic fabricator. That's not it. What is it? I swear it's Thermionic. It is Thermionic. I'm just spelling something wrong. Guess I just need 4 gold. It's nice that once you get to these particular machines, it's pretty easy once you get there. So just do that. Gonna grab that. I guess we just need a chest, which is right here. There we go. Grab chest. Grab that. Put that there. And there you go. We got a Thermionic. And we can take that. Throw that puppy right here. And that is pretty sweet. I mean, we've already got 3 new machines. We're building up seed oil. We almost got 1,000 already, actually. And you know what? Let's jump to another age. Let's do it. Let's just get her done. Chassis. I didn't think we would actually get this far. So, yeah, pretty cool. Guess we need our electron tube. We're going to need 5 iron, 2... No, it's this one. It's the one with the redstone agate. So it says it right there. Only the recipe, the redstone agate is correct. So that, we need a scientific calculator. Let's locate my scientific calculator. What do we need? 2 of these agates. We need 2 of that. 2 iron. There we go. And let's go to the scientific. Right there. Throw that there, throw that there. Get our redstone agates. We are also going to need 5 copper. And we need some glass here. So I think we need sandy glass. We need 2 kinds of glass here. So we need this one. With the quartz, I think this one is going to be the kind of, not the fuel, but the liquid you need for it. So the enriched sand, that's it. Let's grab like 10 of those. 12 apparently. Then what is the other one? Let's go and take a look here. Oh, I had it on the screen too. Chassis, I could have just gone through there. Here, go to the basic capacitor here. So this is the clear glass, which we need. That's the one I've already done. We also need thickened glass, so we're going to need glass and red sand. So we've got everything we need. Let's just grab a couple of those right now. We only need 2 of those right now, but we're going to have to get these all smelted up and going. And it's kind of funny that he made it so easy to get from this age to the next age. I think the age after this, you actually have to fight the Ender Dragon. Let's see here. Yes, after this we're on the Ender Age. And to get to the next one, you actually need to kill the Ender Dragon, I believe. Next text to do. Before you can progress, if you haven't already, you have to go to the end. Yeah, so you have to go to the end. And you won't have a jetpack when you get there either, apparently. Because they all take elytras. So you're going to have a pretty vanilla-style battle with the Ender Dragon, which is kind of funny. But it'll be interesting. It's been a while. Why not, right? There we go. Oh, free experience. Look at that. Just going to grab a couple of these. I think this one's the fuel. We'll go see. So the way this thing works, where we go, Thermionic, is you just build your recipe. So we're just going to do that. So bam, bam, bam. Do I have both glasses? Is it that one? No, it was the other glass, wasn't it? Let's grab this glass, I guess. I can't remember which one it was. Go here. No, go here. Go here. Why am I going to there when I actually need to go to Electron Tubes? There we go. So Electron Tubes, we need the thickened glass. So it is the thickened. That could get really confusing really easy. You can see there it's filling up with power now because it recognizes the recipe, but it has an X saying it's missing the liquid resource, which is this clear glass. So we'll just throw that in there. I think it heats up. Yeah, it's going to heat up. It gets a liquid. I think it's going to start working now. Oh, you also have to put the things in the inventory. That helps. There we go. We've got 4 electron tubes, and we're good to go. We need 4 enriched gold, so let's get that. I should have that right here. Was it 4 or was it 2? Take a look here. Haven't made these yet, so I'm a little discombobulated. We're also going to need 4 Restonia. And that might be everything. So, not that. The actual capacitors. These capacitors are actually pretty complicated when you think about it. They're going to be a pain to craft. But throughout the game, definitely going to need some kind of automation there. I'm sure it's quite a long time before we get to that kind of automation. But once you have it, it's going to be that sigh of relief type of automation you get when you finally get something on AutoCraft that is really hard to craft. It is just a special kind of rewarding. And this one goes in the carpenter, right? I think. Let's go here. Yes. So we can shift click that in. We'll have to dump all the resources in like we did before. So boom, 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 boom. And a bucket. Where are all my buckets? I'm trying to think here. See, I think I left a whole bunch of stuff in the mining dimension so I could carry stuff. Let's make a bucket. Right here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I only need 1 bucket, so I don't know why I'm counting the 6. Go here. This usually tells me that episode is near done when I start going brain dead. We're going to grab a bucket of steel oil, throw it there, and that's going to start crafting. And this should give us an age, and I think we have to throw this one on the ground as well. So let's take that. Let's throw it on the ground. Let's pick it up. And there we go. We just hit 2 ages in 1 episode. That is actually fantastic. And that unlocks so much. Oh, we're not going to do anything on that chassis today. I think I'm actually going to end this video, but we have our chassis. We broke through 2 ages very quickly and promptly, actually, and that is sweet. And now we're at the point of Conduit. The whole point of this, I didn't actually show why Conduit, why I needed this. I needed the carpenter. To make the Conduit in this pack, you actually need wood pulp and CF powder. CF powder is the stone dust, which I'm actually getting from this thermal centrifuge. So if you ever actually run light on this stuff, you can just throw in an ore in here. So I could throw in, it'd actually also be in my ore washing plant. There you go. You just can throw some ores through the ore washing plant. You'll get your stone powder, which you can then turn into CF powder, and that'll handle that part of it. So that's not a big deal. But you also need wood pulp, which is made in the carpenter with just wood and water. So I'm probably going to end up doing at some point a second carpenter just so you don't have to switch liquids. It gets a little annoying having to switch liquids. It's just easier to have two. So, or one for each liquid almost. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this one here. I think it went pretty good. We have 2 new trophies. We have our chassis, and we have our sturdy casing. And we got all kinds of new machines. We have empowered diamantine being made. Next episode, we'll have only 2 of the boosters. We'll only have 2, because I need 12 of the diamantine to actually make the 3rd booster. But after that, I mean, 2 of them, that quarry, not even quarry, the vertical digger is going to pump out tons of resources, even with just 2 of them. But yeah, I'm going to end this here. So, as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. I want you guys all to have a good one, and I'll see you guys next video. Later.